Please work. Hey, are we working this time? Yeah, we're working this time, I think. We should have display. Are we good? Yeah, we're good. Cool. Oh, thank goodness. Alright. It's been a long time since I've done one of these. But hey, I'm A, not dead, and B, finally able to have a smidge of time to stream. I'm very tired, so if I sound tired, it's because I'm tired. Yeah, something I don't recommend if you plan on going to college. Don't stay up late. You need sleep. You genuinely, if you don't drink coffee like I do, because I don't, get sleep. Go to bed. Because you need it when you have to get up early for a class. Or when you have to stay in a class for 3 hours, but you know. So yeah, I'm working on a school project. This is literally a school project. Yes, it is Minecraft Dream SMP related. But it's not canon, so technically it's not spoilers. Sort of. Sorry, you're gonna hear my very, like, dead, tired voice. Because I am going to bed within the next 2 hours. But I wanted to take a little bit of time because I feel like I've been neglecting the YouTube channel a little bit too much lately. I haven't actually posted anything with my voice or face in it in a while, so sorry about that. But I did kind of just move places now, so I'm not in the house that you last saw me in. And also, college has really taken up my time. Like, I haven't been able to do pretty much anything for the last while. Like, literally all of the Among Us videos that I uploaded, I recorded when I was, like, very, very, very ill. Because, of course, I got very, very, very ill. It was non-virus related. But I ended up going to the hospital, which was not fun. And needless to say, I didn't end up doing a lot of schoolwork during that time. I mean, I still did the work a little bit, but it was very uncomfortable to just be existing at that point. So, not very fun. So I had to play a little catch up and then keep track of big assignments, including this one. Yeah, because this is like a sort of a final. Yeah. And none of these panels are actually done yet. I have 25 of them. And as you can see up here, I am only 17 in with outlining. The rest are just sketches. And anything before panel 13 only has base colors, like there's no shading or backgrounds or anything. It's only base character colors. But yeah, I figured I'd come back and say hi while I can. The good news is that I have a break coming soon, because we didn't have like a fall break, and we don't get a spring break because of the virus. I don't know if YouTube will allow me to say, but you know what I'm talking about. I don't know if that's still a problem, but because of that, our break was basically combined into one huge break. So I have a really nice winter break for the holidays from like the 20th, I think it's the 23rd until January 7th, 11th, something like that. It's a long time. It's basically, yeah, it's basically, it's almost 2 months, which is really nice. Or is it over 2 months? I don't know. I don't know how time works. That's another thing that happens with both moving and going to school. You don't have a track of time anymore when you're so busy with actual assignments and like just getting to know your new place. I mean, seriously, I don't know the area yet. I didn't move super far, by the way. I'm like 2 hours from where I was living before. Also, I can't read chat. So let me pull up chat quick. I'm sorry if anybody's here trying to talk to me. It's not very nice of me to just kind of be here and not be paying attention. I'm sorry. I did go live, right? Am I dumb? Like, that is working, correct? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what YouTube is doing because it's not showing me my own stuff. Which is nice, I guess. Let me just manually search my own channel. Also, sorry for the thumbnail being, you know, a Pokemon thing, because the last time I did this was literally the Pokemon randomizer. It's been that long. Wow. I need to stream more often. I'm so tired. It doesn't help that I was up until midnight last night, and it wasn't even with assignment stuff. It was a break. It was a break, but a 12 a.m. break. What I did was my mom and I binge watched The Promised Neverland. I had already seen it. I was like, you gotta watch this anime. I promise you'll like it. And guess what? She did. And now we're both we're both eagerly awaiting season 2. Also, heads up, I didn't announce this anywhere, so if you see this later and, like, you're one of my, like, you follow me on Instagram or, I don't know. I didn't announce it anywhere, is basically what I'm trying to say, and I'm sorry if you wanted to catch this, because it's been so long, but yeah. Listen, I'm tired. My brain is rotting. All I can think about is Minecraft YouTubers. And that's where we're standing. This is literally how I'm ending off my semester. It's like, oh, there's an art project I need to do. Let me make it Minecraft YouTubers. If I can, let me clarify, because certain things it's like you can't have a lot of freedom in what your assignments are. Because it's one of the things was literally, hey, you're gonna do a self-portrait. And I was like, okay, I guess I have to stare at my face for like 10 plus hours, that's fine. It's still not done yet, but that's okay because it's not due until later this week. This is actually due before that. We've had more time for the other thing, but this is due sooner, which sucks a little bit. Especially because I have 25 panels to get done by Friday, but you know, that's why I'm working on it now. Especially because I was gonna take a little bit of time and actually do something nice, but I already did that last night. Plus, Wednesday, I'm not gonna be home much, because I actually have to run to my campus and take care of a few things, and then I'm exploring the area with my mother because we don't know what's around. We literally, we've been here for like less than a week. Has it been a week? No, it's been, wait. No, a little smidge over a week. Because we got here, when was that? Saturday? Sunday? It's still recent. We haven't traveled, because, you know, nobody can, but, and we're not really going places, we're kind of just driving around to see what's around, because, you know, it's nice to know. Yeah. Sorry, my brain is on, like, level 2 right now. It's not very fun. Hey, there's 2 people here. Hello to the 2 people. And just heads up, checking chat is weird because I'm using my phone to check chat, and it's plugged in behind me because I can't plug it in front of me because the extension cord that has all of my gaming systems plus my computer plus I think a few other things involving my television are all plugged in there, and yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like there might be one outlet left, and it's like squeezed between big chunky plugs, so that's no fun. Also, yes, poggers. One of these days, when I have time during the break, I really actually want to stream Minecraft. No joke. I don't know how that would go because I feel like when it comes to video games, right? I'm not very good at video games, and with me just being on my own, I feel like that would be incredibly boring. It's like 10,000 times more fun when you have people to play with, and especially if it's going to be like a public thing. And if I can get some of my friends, if I can be like, hey, could you spare me some free time and join me in a public Minecraft adventure, we would have to see about that, because I do know people with servers. One of them is modded. Ooh, server shenanigans part 2. Oh, actually, speaking of server shenanigans, I was tempted to edit more for that because it's been uberly long. Uberly long, yeah, that uberly is a word, totally. But it's been a hot minute since I've last uploaded that, and I have so much more like footage from that that's just sitting there basically, and has been sitting there for months, just because I haven't had the time to go back through and actually get to the whole editing process. Because again, school is just wringing out all life and time and patience from my body and soul. But it's fine. What did I just press? Why are these pressed? I don't need those. Yeah. That's like part of my life update. The other part of my life update is that I am very deep in the Minecraft content creator hole. I've dug myself in and now I can't get out. Why did I not save this? That was questionable on my part. Also, we love Wilbur. We love Wilbur Soot. Looking shocked. Yes. I'm so unbelievably tired. I'm so sorry. This is like the worst way I could have come back to my own channel. Let me just come back incredibly tired and exhausted. No energy. That's the same layer as the outline. Oh my god. How dare I? There we go. Much better, much better. Listen, all I'm gonna say is that with this assignment, if I don't get a high score, I'm going to... You know what? Actually, I don't really care. I'm doing generally good in that class, so I feel like even if I need to take some sort of hit from this, it's fine. It'll be worth it, because I had fun with this assignment. It's the only fun assignment I've had. Well, no, that's not entirely true. I joke about the fact that I don't have a lot of fun assignments, but they're not awful. I had a good one that was basically, hey, you're gonna make your own, like, photo book. And then the department turned around and said, hey, we're no longer paying for you to print those. And I said, okay, I'm just not gonna print mine then. Huh. Luckily, that didn't affect our grade, so we didn't have to print it. But, you know, we were told, hey, your costs will be covered. And then they said, oh, the budget. Like, listen, I'm already paying thousands of dollars to be here. Where did the budget go? Anyways, that doesn't really matter. What does matter is that assignment was okay. It was an okay assignment. It was very emotional for me. And I'm kind of, to be honest, I'm kind of glad we don't have to print it now. Because I kind of didn't want a physical copy of it. Just because it's incredibly personal to me. And having to look at it alone multiple times is just like, oh, God. But you know what? Do I need those pressed in? I don't know. I don't know, and I'm not checking. I'm too lazy to. I'm just gonna leave it alone. There's little buttons up here. On another note, I'm really glad that I can actually stream art now. It's been so long. I think the last time I did this was like a year ago, because I didn't have any way to. Once they got rid of what was it, like Google Hangouts or whatever, they got rid of that, and that was like the way everybody used to stream. That was like the low end channels, because I don't know what to trust with like screen recorders and all that, because you know the free ones are always sketchy. But then my dear good friend said, hey, you should use this one, and I was like, ooh, okay, it's free and won't give me viruses, sign me up. And so far so good, except when it's a little bit confusing, like when I was starting to try and attempt this stream, because I was really dumb. I made the little window, like the little eyeball X out, so that you couldn't see what you were working with, and I didn't realize that I didn't undo that, and I was like, why is the screen just black? I can't just show my viewers a black screen. The whole point is to see my artwork while I ramble. And then I figured out, oh wait, I just didn't undo the hide button. Oopsie doopsie. Nice going, Gray. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Shenanigans all of the time. And I'm gonna do everybody a favor. I'm not gonna talk about today's SMP stream. So much. All I'm gonna say is that so much happened, and I know that some people might come to this who don't have any context, who I know, who I've been asking to watch, and I don't want to spoil anything. So, chat, that includes you. Please don't spoil anything about the stream or any of it, to be honest. Unless it's like super out of context, that is acceptable. Because then it's like, oh, no one will understand. Like, I could just say PogChamp, because that's vague enough. As vague as it gets, just PogChamp. But yeah, I recommend not bringing that up, just in case. And like I said, this is non-canon, so this never happens. What I'm drawing out never happens, plus you can't see any text bubbles. So this is entirely non-canon. This is just me being... This also happened, this was also something I came up with before today's stream, which, it still didn't happen, this exact scenario, but, Yeah, I don't know. I'll I'll avoid showing, I guess, the last bit because it might technically spoil a little bit. I don't know. I'll just on the safe side. Just be on the safe side. I'll avoid that. But otherwise, we are a-okay because, like I said, I don't have any text bubbles going on yet, so it should be fine. And I mean, it's big enough. Like, you can kind of maybe tell what's going on. And let's be honest, you probably can't tell what's going on, and that's for the best. But yeah, all we need to know is Wilbur scary and also dream. So, anyways, with all of that aside, because I've been rambling a little bit too long, how is everybody doing? Because there are currently 3 people here. That's more than usual. I'm so used to having basically nobody, so it's lovely to have you guys here. How are you doing tonight or today or this afternoon, whatever time zone? I don't know. For me, it is 8:32 at night, so listen, I realize I'm old. It's 8:32 and I'm tired. Just leave me alone. I'm tired. I'm just tired. I can already hear someone going, 8:32. That's nothing. Why are you tired? It's only 8:32. Listen, between staying up until 3 a.m. to catch the Unisana stream and also staying up last night with only like 1 day in between those two where I slept a normal amount, my sleep schedule said bye. Anyways, that's not the point. How are you? I need to stop getting off track. How are you? That's what I want to know. Are you okay? Are you doing all right? Have you had some water? You should grab some water. We're gonna be here for a while. Are you on a better sleep schedule than me? You should be. But also live your life. I can't stop you. And I mean, if I was talking to myself, like, during the true, like, big bad quarantine just started times, I'd be like, you want me to go to bed early? But that's funny. But yeah, I want to know how everybody's doing. It's been a hot minute. Some people who are on here that don't follow me elsewhere are probably a little confused. And that's okay. Which, by the way, if you haven't already, you should follow my socials, info in the description. How are there 3 people here and yet there are not? Can you guys hear me? Is that the issue? I mean, I must be able to be heard, right? Hold on. I gotta check these things. I genuinely don't know. And can everyone chat? That's the important thing. Ah, that's fair. Okay, there we go. That's fair. Okay. Okay, you're good. You get a pass. You get a pass because you have, my actual phone number. Thank you for the support. In these trying times where I am tired. Where I'm tired and just coming back from a long, long time of me not being talkative or showing face on my channel, so that's, you know. Just making sure about these things, because I always get nervous that my stream is broken, just all the time. Like, did I not set my microphone up correctly? Did I not start streaming? But I do know I did start streaming, because, you know, I can see it and all that. I do get nervous about people not hearing me, though, especially because I ramble way too much. And rambling is a time, just like going off with basically no thoughts, head empty. That's the best thing to do. Not really. I feel like I would suck at like podcasting. Or maybe not, I don't know. I guess I do talk enough for it. But at the same time, it's like, would people even care? Like, I feel like I'm the most boring person on the planet. Like, I'm not great at video games. I don't usually know what to talk about, so I'll just go off on whatever. Not to mention, I also get nervous that I'll accidentally, like, back myself into a controversial, like, corner. Or that I'll say something and it'll sound stupid. Not that I'm trying to start controversy, let me be clear, I'm not trying to start anything, or, like, say something I shouldn't. And if I do, I would like to be called out. But also, sometimes my brain is just really dumb, and I'll say something that could be taken as something it shouldn't be, because I'm just stupid. And if that happens tonight, please do me a favor and just let me. Although it shouldn't. It legitimately, I think I just get a little paranoid about my own self. Like, I'll say something and I'll be like, oh, should I not have said that? And that's just my stupid brain being like, hey, you shouldn't have said that, maybe. But I'm pretty sure it's actually fine. Because then I think about it later and it's like, no, that was probably alright. Okay, we want that. Yes. Why am I so tired? It's literally not even late. It's not even late. It's not like it's midnight here. Come on, brain. Wake up. Wake up and function, please. Oh yeah, speaking of me staying up late last night, I think because I threw myself so far off with staying up until 3 a.m. to watch the Unisona stream, I threw myself off pretty bad. To the point where, like, early times don't work, and, like, trying to stay up until midnight last night, which normally isn't that difficult for me, was so rough. I thought I was gonna, like, seriously conk out at, like, 9:30. Which, to be fair, usually, and this is, I'm talking most of the time, I go to bed just so that I know I'll be able to wake up and function like a normal person. I'll go to bed at about 10. 10:30 the latest. Falling asleep is a different story, but I aim for relatively early so that I can get up at a decent hour, not sleep in, and miss a class. And, have the day to do whatever. And by do whatever, I mean school assignments. And maybe other things. If I have the chance to. Which isn't often, mind you. Literally the only reason I was able to catch today's stream was because I have one class. I had one class today and nothing immediately pressing in terms of assignments. Like, nothing was due today. And hopefully, until break time, there will be nothing due super soon. I do know that I think there's like another art history exam that I have to take. But that wasn't too bad the first time. My score wasn't great, but it wasn't failing, so that's what matters. Plus, it wasn't like grueling. It was very easy. Technically, it was at least like semi-open book, so it was relatively easy. Where's that? There we go. And this is over. Beautiful. But yeah, that's the thing with college. If you're in high school, listen up. I'm gonna give you some tips from a college freshman. At least in terms of, like, so far, this is what I've learned about being a college student, even though it's only year one. And I'm going to also put a little, like, if I had to text up, it would be a little asterisk. Most of these apply if it happens to be virtual, because I am fully virtual currently. Next semester is different. So I know nothing about actually being on campus, to be fair. But some recommendations for virtual college. Number one, if you can schedule yourself, which technically, here's the thing about scheduling yourself. In the case of my college, the options were you have to take these classes. You're required to take some classes no matter where you go. You'll always have requirements, I'm pretty sure. But in terms of first year stuff, I know that we get to choose more like actual options later or like next year, but basically the thing that you have most control over is what time you go. Which in my case, technically, I had no control over what time I went because I went fully virtual, at, like, the last minute, basically. But with, like, the new semester and registering for classes, then it was like, oh, we actually get to choose what times. If you can help it, go for, if you're not a morning person, go for the later stuff. Obviously. Like, my original schedule was supposed to be, that I picked out, was supposed to, like, nothing was gonna be earlier than 10 o'clock in the morning. Which would have been fantastic. Because even if I had to wake up at, like, say 8:30, just to get ready or something, that would still gave me plenty of time. Relatively. Not to mention, some of my classes, even before going full virtual last minute, some of my stuff would have been virtual anyways, just because it's like mixed virtual and in person. But if you get the chance to schedule yourself with time, try and even it out to where some days you might only have one class. Because those days are magical, magical days. It might mentally you might be like, oh, but if I move this class here, then I'll have like 2 classes and then 3 classes, and it'll like leave a gap. No. What you want is at least one day where you only have one class, because those are the days, depending on when your due dates are. I personally got lucky because most of my due dates are over the weekend. And if they're not over the weekend, they happen to be on like Thursdays or Tuesdays. I have 2 days where I only have one class to go to, which is Mondays and Wednesdays. And the kind of lucky thing that I ended up with, despite not being able to pick my own times, because again, last minute switch, I ended up getting lucky. At first I thought, oh, waking up at 8:30 when I had all my stuff planned for 10, that's gonna suck. What doesn't suck is that I have an 8:30 class, or no, an 8 a.m. class, my bad. An 8 a.m. class on Wednesdays. And I was like, oh, 8 o'clock, that's gonna suck. I was planning out for 10. No. You see, the thing is, if you have a class that early and say it's only an hour, which in my case it is only an hour, well, an hour and a half. But say it's a really short class and you only have that one class, then you have all day to work on assignments and get them done. Plus, not only do you have all day to get that stuff done, but if you're dealing with a slower week, you have time to actually have time to yourself, which is the greatest gift you could ask for when you're in the middle of college work. There is so much to do, even in like in art school, because everybody talks about art school like, oh, art school, that's so easy, oh my god, all you have to do is draw all the time. No, that's literally not correct, and also drawing all the time takes a lot of time. Like some of my assignments have taken me like 12 plus hours to get done, including this self-portrait thing that is basically a final for my drawing class that has now taken me, I think, at least 12 hours, and it's still not done yet. And like they kind of lay it out in the beginning, like, oh, this class should take X amount of hours a week. And at first, like when you hear like numbers that they're throwing out, like 30 hours a week, you think, oh, 30 hours a week, that's not even a day. No. You have to remember that 30 hours a week is most of your classes. It's a lot, and you gotta keep track of it. That's another thing. Like, schedule everything. You need to decide, and this when you first go into a new schedule, it's always weird for like the first week or so, or maybe 2 weeks, because you're just getting used to it. But once you know the schedule and like when your dates for like, oh, this is due this day, once you know when that is relatively, because at least in my experience, most of my classes are consistently like, this assignment is due on this day. Either it'll be due on the day you go to class, or it'll be a specific day, in my case. So, like, for example, I know that 2 of my classes consistently have things due on Sunday, which time management is literally everything in college. And I thought, oh, I suck at time management. That's gonna suck. I'm gonna do so poorly with that. So far, I've been doing pretty okay, which is impressive of me because I have like a track record. I had a really poor track record in high school of not managing my time well and procrastinating really hard. And don't get me wrong, sometimes I still do procrastinate. It's what you do when you're a procrastinator. But you have to know what you can procrastinate on and what you can't. For example, I know that drawings, realistically, are going to take longer than writings. Most of the time. So, especially because, like, the minimum for some of my assignments, it's like you must have at least 3 paragraphs. And when you have a limit like that, you have to think of it as a limit, not a goal and a limit. You should aim for that 3 paragraphs, but that should also be the limit on how much information you fit. This is where you get sneaky. I'm giving everybody sneaky writing tips. This could also apply to high school, so pay attention, right? So, say your teacher or your professor says, "Oh, the minimum requirement is 3 paragraphs. We'll go with 3 paragraphs because that's usually what they tell me." So, what you do is it's just like writing an essay, just very, very simplified. So you have your introduction paragraph, and it kind of delves a little bit into a body paragraph combined. So you'll have like 2 introductory sentences, 1 information sentence, or like 3 information sentences. It depends how long they want your paragraphs to be. Our minimum is 3 sentences, which is also a glorious number. 3 paragraphs, 3 sentences, very easy. Quick, easy to pump out. This is why I can usually wait until the day that is due to do it. But also, the thing with that is, if you're good at writing a few paragraphs, it'll be really easy. But if you're not too great at writing out a few paragraphs, go to your peers, because I guarantee you that at least one person out of, say, like 15 people or 30 people, however many, it depends with classes. But say you have 15 people, at least one of those people is going to be decent enough at writing something where you could be like, "Hey, how should I do this?" By the way, I do not recommend, never ask somebody to do something for you. Legit, do not do it. Your teacher or professional will know that you're doing that. Plus, it's just kind of rude. I have never done that personally. I've never been like, "Hey, can you write this for me?" But I don't recommend asking for that, and I don't recommend doing it for somebody else. Like, legit, give tips. Tips are fine, but do not do it. Do not do it for the person. Because that's either going to be really bad for you or really bad for the other person. You don't want to do that to people. Just be nice. Alright? Be considerate. Cool? Anyways, where was I going with this? Yes. So 3 paragraphs with 3 sentences. Me, personally, that comes really quick and easy to me. So I can usually wait on that until the day it's due, because that'll take me, depending on what it is that I have to, like, because it's usually a reading response. So you have to read a thing and then you have to respond to it, or you have to talk about something that they ask you to talk about. And you have to do a little bit of research. That doesn't mean sitting for hours doing research, especially if it's only 3 paragraphs that you're working with. If you read like one primary source article, you should be fine. Or if you already know what you're talking about, or it's something that's like class specific, just review your class materials. What else can I talk about in terms of tips? Don't register for classes the day they, like, the last day that they say you should register. I almost did this. I was literally like 3 days before it was like it for it, and they sent me a reminder email. Um, and the reason you should be one of the first people to do it is because there is a set number of slots for each class. Luckily, I could have picked any class because there's not a ton of people in this college. There were a few classes, though, that were really, really close, like they only had 1 spot left. But, Yeah, don't wait until the last day to register. Otherwise, you might end up with a class schedule or a class that you just don't like. Like, basically, it's a first come, first serve thing. You have to think about it like that. Technically, that's not how it works, but you have to think of it like that. Also, if your college campus has resources for mental health, look into those. I looked into mine pretty early on, and in my opinion, it kind of sucked. The way they had it set up kind of sucked. They had really nice stuff if you were on campus, but it sucked for the people who weren't, basically. So it's like, oh, we have a nice little, like, a quick drop in, grab a snack and talk about stress. And it's like, oh, that's nice, but I'm not there. um, but yeah, take advantage of stuff like that. Because you're gonna get stressed real fast. Because it's definitely not like high school. It's pretty much like they don't. 9 times out of 10, they don't tell you when something is due. You have to refer to the syllabus. Plus, holy cow, my throat is gonna go out from talking this much. I might have to go grab water quick. Plus, not only are you gonna get stressed because of the work, but you're gonna get stressed because of, like, the pace of it. Like, in high school, everything is very, like, you have this thing, it's due the next day. You have this thing, it's due the next day. You have this little things, and you already know what you're doing. College is like, oh, you have this thing due. I'm not going to tell you when it's due. You have to look at the syllabus. And if you are told when it's due, sometimes it could be very well ahead of where you are. It'll be like, oh, this is due the next time you're in class, and the next time you're in class might not be until next week. So you think, oh, I have 5 whole days to work on this thing, and then you don't do it until the last day, which, don't do that. Try not to procrastinate. Like I said, this is where strategy comes in. You have to know what to procrastinate. Like, again, considering I'm going to specifically an art school, I procrastinate with anything that does not involve drawing or taking photographs, because I do have a photography class. Because basically all of my other classes are writing for the most part, or reading something. Alright, what do we think of this, boys, before I continue? Oh god, let me not zoom in 300%. Yeah. Vibes. So yeah, you have to know when to procrastinate. Because, like, say, like, a drawing's gonna take 10 hours, you can't wait until the day it's due, because that'll suck. Especially because some things will be due the morning of your class, and some things will be done at, like, midnight. So, luckily, I haven't had to pull an all-nighter for an assignment yet. Knock on wood. I haven't had to do that. But the key is, there are going to be times when you don't have something due, and it's going to be very tempting to be like, I don't have anything due today, and I'm just going to sit and take a nap. No, you don't have time for that. On the days where nothing is due, you need to be working on something that is due. And that's basically why I haven't had time. Because when something is due, like today, I have nothing due today. I had nothing due yesterday. Wait, no. Today's Monday, right? I did have something due yesterday. I had nothing due Saturday. I had nothing due today. And I have nothing due tomorrow. But I have a drawing assignment that I have 25 panels for that is due Friday that I need to get done. So with the time that I have, with stuff that I'm not due, when I'm not in classes, I'm working on that. And that's the key. You gotta take that quote unquote free time and make it not free time. Otherwise, you're gonna regret it later. Also, I'm going to quick hop out and get some water. So, BRB. I'm gonna have a nice little. I'm gonna have a nice little screen quick. That's not what I wanted to do. You know what? Fine. We're gonna make a new layer for this. We're gonna scoop that up here. Make a nice blue. Okay, then I guess. Sure. Oh, wait. Here. BRB. I wrote that with my mouse. Have fun with that. I'll be right back. Before my throat gives out. Alright, I'm back with sugary leaf water, aka sweet iced tea. And I think I'm gonna shut up a little bit because my throat is saying, please stop talking. So if anybody wants more very specific college tips, I'll give those later. For now, I'm just gonna do the draw. Also, I'm sorry I can't have cool music on, but, like, I wouldn't be able to hear it because my computer is stupid and thinks that the microphone I'm using is a headset. Because if I say, hey, this is a microphone, it doesn't register that. It has to be like, oh, you're using a headset, so now you can't hear anything if you decide to play the music. Oh, sorry. Did I mention I was tired? Yeah. So I'm gonna shut up for a little bit. That's the wrong layer. Wait, what is happening? Nope. I don't know if I like that. Oh, I do want to mention though that seeing some of the animatics for the Dream SMP have really tempted me to make my own. Not gonna lie, I've been looking and being like, oh, I should do that, except not that exactly. Yeah. So I don't know if maybe I gotta finish my one for the stand though that I teased a while back. Because I went, ooh, here's a nice little fucking progress. And then I had nothing else to show. I think I started working on that before school started. By the way, if you're not already subscribed, you should probably do that because I'm going to do more of this. And also, more video stuff is coming eventually, I promise. I still have... I've been working on, like, this really, really big thing for a while. Not gaming related at all. And that's not sarcasm, I'm serious. But there's been a non-gaming related thing that I've been working on for a while. The only problem is that it's literally gone to a standstill because of college. And also, I think I need to add more to it because I kind of realized I didn't have enough for it back when I was really, really, really working on it. And I'm talking like this thing took literal days, like, and this was before college started, like, but literally days of me sitting and doing nothing but editing. Because I wanted to make it really impressive. So if that flops, I'm gonna be a little upset, but also, it's okay. My channel's not very popular. Maybe that'll get me a little extra views. Maybe. But I'm not expecting anything huge. It would be great, but at the same time, no. Probably not. But I am, even if I'm only doing it for one person to see it and be like, hey, that's cool. That's cool by me. Because for me, like, the goal of doing all this streaming YouTube uploads is not to hit it big, to be honest. That's not where I don't think I would ever want a super amount of fame. Even online fame. I think I would kind of... I mean, obviously I would freak out at, like, even just, like, 500 people, because that would be insane, but... Which I'm close on Instagram, which is absolutely nuts. So I don't know where all those people came from, but that's pretty wild. But like if that ever like crossed over to here for some reason, that would be absolutely insane, but unnecessary in the end, to be honest. Not saying that people are unnecessary. People are great. But that's not really the goal of what I'm doing. I'm just trying to do what I like to do. Which has always kind of been the sort of artsy, well, obviously art, but also like artsy film type stuff, and I need to do more of that, I think. I love video editing. It's so much fun. I think it's so much fun to edit something. Even when I was running stuff like the Experiment Kids, like, years ago, like, that was kind of where I really discovered my passion for video editing. Because once I really got into that, like, we were just, you know, a group of kids goofing around, But that's where I really was like, hey, this video editing thing is really fun. Like, I like going through it and, like, adding in funny little stuff and making, like, visual jokes with, like, zooming in or like, visual effects, or even with, like, more dramatic stuff. And I put dramatic for that poor channel in, like, heavy quotations because we were literal children just being, like, doing what we thought was dramatic, but oh, looking back, it's really hilarious. But um, even stuff like that, like, no joke, like, we were taking ourselves maybe a little too seriously at that point, but I thought it was really fun. Like, I liked every part of it, pretty much. I liked being behind the camera. I liked scripting things. I liked setting it up. I liked learning more about, like, film and how to, like, what lighting you should use and like, camera angles and cool stuff like that. Formless Monkeys, hello. You don't remember subscribing to me. To be honest, I don't blame you. It's been, like, literal... I'm pretty sure... I'm gonna check right now, actually. Yeah, it's been two actual months since I've done anything art-related. But, thank you for thinking my art's cool. Also, yeah, literal children. I had a channel that was literally me as a child and, like, my cousins as children. Most of them are still children. Where's the open mouth so I can steal those colors again? There we go. But yeah, hi. Welcome to the stream. I'm making some art for a college assignment and vibing, talking about my passions. Pretty much. But yeah, I want to get back into YouTube once I have a break from school. I can actually, you know, invest my time in it for real. Because I do miss it. And I mean, with having just moved, I do have plans. A little bit. Little tiny plans just etching their way into my brain. Don't worry about it. Did I choose the correct eye color? Is that gonna look stupid? The game show that nobody wants to see. God, it's gonna be weird going back to things like the stand animatic because I literally started that before college, and since I'm going to an art school, my art has improved pretty in pretty bonkers levels, I would say. Which I am proud of myself, but also I'm kind of scared because I'm gonna go back and be like, ugh, oh, what was I doing before? As artists do. And listen, I know that may sound a little, like, egotistical, but listen, it's not often that I sit here and say, oh, I've improved in my art, because usually it all looks the same to me. Until I look back and I'm like, when did that change? But also, wow, it's changed a lot. But now I'm really noticing the changes as they happen and as I learn more stuff, so that's neat. It's neat when you can legitimately track your improvements. Okay, we are at the point. Oh wait, no we're not. I lied. I thought I finished this. I forgot the little. Oh, I'm tired. I am too tired. I was about to say we're at the point we're gonna go on to the sketchy stuff, but I guess not. I guess I lied. Oops. Sorry, gang. There we go. Now we're at the point. where we're into the sketches. Look, you can see you can see the speech bubbles. Oh my god. uh uh Thank you, formless monkeys. I appreciate the compliments. Alright, that's saved. Gotta make sure everything is saved. Except for the sketches that I haven't saved. Oops. If everything crashes, that's gonna be a problem. Anyways. Alright. Ooh, we're nearing the end of the line here. Alright, I don't want to spoil my last panels there, so let's not do that. Oops, wait, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Alright. So now you get to see the neat process of me going over my own sketchwork and getting frustrated with myself, for the most part. Because, you know, not being able to draw lines nicely is not nice. This is what artists don't want you to see. The millions of tiny little marks before erasing it all again. Whoa, 50, we don't want it. No, we don't want 50. Not in this house. Not in this era. What am I talking about? I'm growing delusional. Why am I this tired? Oh wait, it could have been because I stayed up until midnight last night. Gee, that could be the reason. That could just be the reason. Something about this still doesn't look right to me, and I don't know what it is. Hold on, I'm gonna backtrack for a sec. Wait, that's not backtracking, that is forward tracking. Oops. Ignore that. You saw nothing. How did I do this before? Okay, so it's like that. I see the problem. Ha! I have just made Wilbur look tired instead of shocked. Oh my god. There we go. We gotta get it a little bit more. Yeah. Yeah, that was totally coherent, Gray. Good job. Good job. So coherent. Oh my god. Sleepy Wilbur because I am also sleepy. Excuse me, please. Please. Just thicken this line a little bit. A little bit. Yeah. Wild. Okay. Hey, that doesn't look too bad. Okay, it's going alrighty, I guess. It's going a-okay so far. Yeah. No. Nope. That's nope. Nope. There. I don't know how to draw mouths. At least not open ones. Like this. Sure. It's okay. Also, sorry for the random humming, it's just, you know. Normally I'd be playing music, but computer stupid. Computer dumb. Doesn't know what microphone is. So, what's the mood for tonight? What's the general mood? Because, personally, aside from being tired, I am vibing for the most part. Like, this assignment is going pretty good. It's pretty fun. It's a fun assignment. It's not boring, like most of them. Am I calling out my assignments? Yeah. But, some of them deserve it. Some of those assignments really deserve it. What was I trying to say? Oh yeah, basically my mood for tonight is a good one. Pretty much. And I hope that your moods for tonight are also good. I hope you're doing swell. I should have made the title. I should have made the title about the SMP because it is SMP related art. Oops. Too late now. I guess. Yeah, alright. We're working. It's going. I'm gonna take another sip of sugar leaf juice in a second. Sugar leaf juice. It sounds like a band name. Sea of Wormless Monkeys. Have a good rest of your night. Or day. Time zones, you know. That's the erase tool. That's not what we want. There we go. Perfect. Now can I please just do this? Apparently so. Also, before you ask, no, I'm not that great with, like, curly type hair. Especially because Wilbur's hair is super, like, it's short and it's all over the place. And I don't really know how to capture that very well yet. Maybe I'll get there eventually, but I'm not gonna super worry about it. Because I don't, listen, I could sit here and, like, super mega reference and go like this. No, I'm just kidding. But I could, like, seriously sit there and draw it out like this a billion times, but that would take A, much longer to fill out, and B, much longer to just process in the first place, because I would have to find references for different angles, and I don't even know if that's possible with Wilbur. And this is due Friday, so I need to, the priorities. Accuracy is not one of them. Or I should say total accuracy is not one of them. Because I want to be at least semi-accurate. I don't want to be all willy-nilly and, oh, let's just do whatever. But at the same time, I can't afford to get into every single detail, every single face that I see or draw. I'm already doing that with myself, and personally I hate it, so. Sure. God, I want to play music so bad, but I know I won't be able to hear it. And you guys won't be able to hear it either. So really, it's a lose-lose situation, you know? It all just kind of sucks. Because my microphone, well, no, my microphone isn't stupid, my computer is. But, you know, it's whatever, I guess. I shouldn't complain too much, though. My computer is a good computer, despite not knowing what a microphone is. And the microphone I have is a cheapo microphone. It's not a fancy, it's not fancy by any sense of the word, so. It's literally one of those, like, clip-on, like, you clip it to your shirt type microphones. And while the sound is pretty good, it's no, like, Blue Yeti microphone. It's no big brand name. So the computer's like, that's not a real microphone. Alright. We'll probably go for about another 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna go to bed, pretty much. Also, yeah, we've got, remember, non-canon, so don't worry, you're not getting spoiled with anything. But we've got Scary Dream. You know, it would have sucked if I would have made this drawing and been like, oh yeah, it's non-canon, it doesn't happen, and then it became canon. Like, I just accidentally predict the future. Thank God that didn't happen, that would suck. Or maybe not, I don't know, maybe it would be cool. It would be cool for the people that got it. Not cool for this situation, though. Brain brain wants me to stop, but body says no. Or no, I think it's the other way around. Body wants me to stop, but brain says no, keep working. You need to get it done. But then the rest of my body's like, please, God, sleep. Go to bed. You've done this too many times. It's not even that late, but you've done it enough. My body's like, we can't trust you, you fool. Staying up late? That was a mistake. Because now we're gonna rebel. You won't be allowed to even stay up at a normal hour before your body says, hey, you should probably go to bed. And your brain says, hey, you're not. You're not. Okay. Because you're tired. Anyway, sorry for ranting about being tired, but you know. Literally, from staying up until midnight, I got, like, a horrible, like, headache because I was that tired. And it was only midnight. Literally, had you asked me a few months ago, hey, is staying up until midnight a big deal? I would have told you no. This all happened because I decided, hey, I'm gonna stay up until 3 a.m. Ha ha ha. But I don't regret it. Because the use on this stream was worth it. If it would have been Pacific time, it would have been great. But I unfortunately do not live in the Pacific. Keep thinking about the Promised Neverland themes. Why can't I be thinking about other songs that don't make me feel the emotions that the Promised Neverland makes me feel? That's such a good show. If you're into, some weird plot twists and some freaky facial expressions, and by freaky I mean a little scary, it's pretty dope. But if you're not, then you might want to stay away. Because literally some of them, the animators really popped off. Some of those facial expressions are genuinely terrifying. Like, that gave me the creeps. Personally, not nightmare fuel, but then again, I can't really say much because I very, very rarely, luckily, rarely have nightmares. But I know some people are more prone. So, respectfully, I shall tell you, maybe don't with that one. In other news, what's a more wholesome show that I can recommend that's not terrifying? I haven't been watching that many shows lately. Well, there's always Avatar: The Last Airbender. That's a good show. It's got its funny moments, it's a charming cast of characters, it's got some supernatural, elemental power type stuff. Got some good life lessons in there too. Legit, not even kidding. Great characters, great characters. Oh my god. I watched a video essay once on one of the characters and like the psychology of the character. And I sat there for like an hour just learning more about characters I'd already watched. It's one of those things where if you get into like the deeper lore later, or not even deeper lore really, because it's not lore based, it's more like deeper outside info, kind of. Because there's like continuations with comic books and all that, and like a sequel series, and yeah. And I mean, definitely if you want something that's not scary, the Dream SMP is not scary. It's very funny. It has its moments of being funny. It has its drama. Uh, Today was wild. Um, Even just starting it was pretty wild. I don't know if I'm gonna make it public or not, but I do have a playlist that is the SMP storyline in order. I do need to make updates to it once I find more VODs and videos for like the last week-ish. Because a lot happened recently. Not just tonight's stuff, but over the last odd week or two. And unfortunately, nobody's uploaded those VODs or videos yet. Like Wilbur, Wilbur was already a little bit behind. I'm not saying behind in like, oh, he's behind on videos, but like he's behind in terms of like, obviously editing takes time, and cutting down like a 3-hour stream takes time. So I'm not here to be like, oh, he's behind, but like in terms of videos, he's like 3 weeks ago to where the live streams have been. So waiting on that has been a time. Also, not to mention he's uploading other content, so you know, but I'm a patient person. I can wait. um I don't know, to be fair, I know that Wilbur takes time with his uploads. So I'm not knocking him at all. But I don't know everybody else's schedules. I'm assuming it's similar. So I'm not going to knock anybody for being like, oh, I'm not going to be like, oh, you should have the VODs uploaded the very next day. Like, no. But the first really big event that I caught live, uh, which was pretty much in line with where I was on YouTube in order to get myself caught up. I haven't seen that yet, personally. It could be up. I don't know. To be fair, I don't know. Maybe I just haven't found it yet under the right titles. Not to mention, I haven't checked every single person's channel, because I haven't had the time. I've been working. But based on me occasionally checking the 2 or 3 main sources that I took from for the playlist that I've been working up, that is the wrong thing. For the playlist that I've been working up, they haven't uploaded anything yet since before that, before what I personally caught live. And again, like I said, I'm patient. There's no rush. I already have majority of it cobbled together, but I want to pay attention for what it is up so that I can update what I have. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's literally, I'm not sitting here and being like, oh, they need to do it right now. Like, I'm not trying to rush the content creators at all. I'm not nagging. I'm simply stating a fact. This is what I mean by getting myself into a corner. Because I don't want it to come off like I'm trying to be like, oh, they need to do it right this second. Because that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is basically, I haven't seen it yet, but I want to update my playlists whenever that can happen. Alright, we're chill. That makes sense, right? Oh jeez, I'm slamming my things by accident. Slamming my tablet. Oopsie doopsie. I'm too tired to function, guys. This is why I'm ending the stream in like 20 minutes. I might be able to get this one done before then. Probably. And listen, maybe I'm not checking the right spots. Because, you know, some people are really fast. Like tonight's stream, people are already uploading clips that are not the main content creators themselves. Because people clip it from Twitch and then they upload it themselves. It's like, oh, here's the clickbaity title, it'll get all the views. But listen, I get that tonight's stream was a very, very, very big moment. But I gotta be consistent with the order. And I don't want to miss anything. Especially because now I have all that context, so I'll know if I missed something. Before, when I was looking for stuff, technically, I don't know if I missed anything. Hopefully, I didn't. I don't think I did. I'm literally guessing, though. It's the only thing that sucks. That I'm literally guessing. Being like, huh, maybe I didn't miss this thing that I don't know about. But at the same time, I could have missed something that I don't know about, because I don't know about it. Again, based on what I know, and what people have told me, and what I've seen as far as what people have said story-wise, I do not think I missed anything major. Little things, yes. I'm sure, like, little off to the side, like, funny gimmicks or whatever. I'm almost certain that I missed little funny things, but in terms of main story, we're good. Ah! Oh my god, I almost... No! I almost dropped my phone. It started to slide. This desk. There's so much on my poor desk. I have, like... You'll be able to see it in future videos. But, describing it now, I have my computer directly in front of me. My tablet on the little shelf that comes out. I have two computer speakers that are not currently plugged in because my microphone is plugged in. I have on the upper shelf of my desk my television. To the left of it, a huge plug socket that can fit like 12 plugs or something like that. Actually, wait, let me check this for accuracy. I very over exaggerated. It can fit 7 plugs. Wait, 8 plugs. 8 plugs. It can fit 8 plugs. Most of which are taken. And I have the PlayStation 4, the Wii, and the PlayStation 2 all on top of each other to my left. My phone is on top of the PlayStation 4. Well, no, it's not, because there's a charger for 2 controllers that is sitting here, and my phone is on top of that charger, and it's a mess. It's just that it's really not even that bad. It's just that it's a lot of space taken up to my left in comparison to the right. But it's also more convenient that way. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I need Wilbur. There we go. Eye color. Bam. Bam. Red. Bam. Eyeballs. Ah! I missed sleeve! Not sleeve! How dare! Gray, how could you miss sleeve? I want to know who's all watching me. Oh, well, never mind. I was gonna say, we had 3 people. We are down to 1. That's chill. Alright, time to save. Page 18. Well, panel 18 is the same difference. I'm very tired. Alright, I don't know if I'll make it for the next 10 minutes, to be honest with you. So I think I'm gonna go. But, I'll show off all 18 panels. Hey, I have 18 panels. Partially done. Well, I mean, everything's partially done, but more done than the rest. Which means I only have 7 more to go, sketch-wise. Thank God. Alright. So we have vague button. Remember, we don't have any speech bubbles, so you won't get the context. Well, except for the inhale-exhale, because, ooh. We have hand button. We have hand away from button. We have spooky, scary, ooh, the anime eyeshadow thing. We have not facing the camera. We have dream on something. Not going to tell you what it is. Although, if you know the S&P, I'm sure you could guess. We have dream sitting up. We have Wilbur unamused. Dream looking. Dream sliding down. That's when we get into sliding down. Dream walking with my weird angle on those legs. We have that's a close-up. We have we have scared Wilbur. We have Dream facing away. We have Dream not facing totally away. We have Mask on the ground. Ooh, wonder what that could be. We have Spooky Man. And we have hey, maybe don't. That's it. That's all you get. That's all she wrote. And I am going to go to bed. I'm stretching. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Tune in next time. I don't know when next time's gonna be. If I had to take a guess, I honestly have no idea. I'm not even gonna guess. So yeah, keep your eyeballs peeled for the next stream. We'll be doing more art. Eventually, keep your eyeballs peeled for video content, but that's not for another at least 2 weeks, probably. Yeah. Thanks for listening to me ramble for a good while. Yeah. Subscribe to the channel. See more art and other cool things. Yeah.